ladies and gentlemen, my name's Amanda and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you some really cute fast cards. Very basic but very cute, using this, which is a hostess set, and it's called Love You Lots. And you get the hostess sets by using your Stampin' Up rewards, which you get when you spend £150 or more. It's the only way you can get it. And I'm also using the designer series DSP, and it's all the subtle colours. So they're all double-sided, 12 by 12, beautiful, love it. So just put that to one side. So some of my card bases I have pre-cut, and these are those. So these little card bases, these are 3.5 by 3.5 square cards. So that means you need to cut your card base. Got it written down here. Your card base will be 7 inches by 3.5 inches, and then you score down the middle at 3.5 to fold to make your little card. So these are like little note cards, that's why I've done a set. And then the DSP, 1/4 inch shorter all the way around, means this wants to be 3.25 by 3.25. I think that's right. Yeah. And then my stamping layer is just going to be like so, and this is 3 by 3. All of my measurements are on my blog, and the link is always down below in the description box. So we've got Blushing Bride, Marina Mist, I think that's, what's that one? Pool Party, and this one is Wild Wasabi. So those are the colours that I've chosen, so that I can get a nice range of colours. Got them all lined up on different blocks. So I'm going to start my stamping. This is one of the benefits of having lots and lots of different blocks, is that you can get on with your stamping. I'm using Memento Black because I've just got my refill. So hopefully it'll be nice and juicy now. So let's get cracking. I'll start with my Mr. Frog or Mrs. Frog. Oh, I'm terrible at giving you know, whether they're a boy or a girl on my creatures and characters. So I'm just going to stamp this directly. I'm going to just stamp it just there, so I've got room for my sentiment underneath. I'm not doing any complicated stamping of any sort. I've used this sentiment here, which is Love You Lots. I'm just going to stamp it directly onto the card. Make sure it's the right way around, and I'm just doing it central on Mr. Frog or Mrs. Frog, on the frog. I'll leave that to dry, and now I'm going to do the hedgehogs. That lined up. Very, very, very quick, very, very basic, but really, really lovely. So we can move that one out of the way. My sentiment again. Make sure I've got it the right way up. Again, just underneath, the same as the others who have overstamped a bit there. Oh, I'm going to have to do that again now. I'm going to have to. I can't be doing with that. I've pressed on too hard. It's done that because I've pressed on too hard. That's why. Let me do that again. There's 2 sides to your card, so if you make a mistake, just flip it over. Doesn't matter. And do the other side. That's better. So that's that one. Now I'm going to do my ladybugs. And my sentiment again. That way. Oh, I forgot which way up it were meant to be then. Do that there. Try not to press on too hard. There we go. That's that one. And now I've done the front. Oh, I've got the elephant to do now. The little elephant and mouse. So this one's a slightly larger stamp, but I wanted them all the same size, so this was the stamp that I measured and decided on 3 by 3. for the squares. Right, that should be enough ink. I'll stamp that on. It should just fit. I don't know why I'm turning it round, it's square. I think just maybe the tail of the mouse might end up off the card. But not to worry. Yeah, that's fine. And then we've got our sentiment again. I'm going to put it central again there. Like that. So those are done. I'll put my lid on my newly inked up ink pad. Right. So I'm going to colour them. Now, I do like the watercolour pencils, but there's no point really showing you because it's frustrating because they're not available at the moment. So I'm using the Stampin' Up markers. I do have the full set. I saved up and I got them myself as a treat. I would very highly recommend you get them if you can, because they are brilliant. So I'm using Real Red here for the ladybugs. Bit of colouring. Can just go straight over the top of that black, don't matter. I'm not doing any fancy shading, I'm just doing it very simple. If you're a demonstrator, this makes a nice class. The more advanced stampers and colourers could use crayons, watercolour pencils, or the aqua painters and do shading. And then you've also got one that's perfect for perhaps newbies, new stampers. And then everybody can have a go. Right, this one is, what colour is this? Smoky Slate. Again, Alexia picked these colours for me. Colouring in. Let's do it a bit quicker. Like she'll go mad if she sees me making brush marks. Again, you can add shade if you want. Shade and depth and texture and all of that palaver. I'm just doing it really quickly. Trying to stay in the lines is about as technical as I get. Sometimes it's nice to just do something that's so simple, you know. We can make things overcomplicated for ourselves and it's really not necessary. I have this little mouse in this Sahara Sand colour. You could do a water wash background. There's loads of different things that you can kind of upscale this card to. I'm having my frog in Wild Wasabi, and then he matches his paper then, you see. So we'll have Mr. Frog or Mrs. Frog. It's not got a bow, so I am saying it's a boy. Otherwise it'd have a big pink bow in its hair, obviously. Honestly. I'll be giving him names next. Although I did name Egbert when I did my Hey Chick card. So that's that one. And then I was instructed that the flower on this one had to be pink by Alexia. She said it had to be pink. I'll just give that leaf a bit of colour. And then I was told what colours to use. The bodies had to be in Sahara Sand. Like this. I have to do as I'm told when it comes to colouring. Alexia's very, very artistic. She's only 10, you know, but she's got quite a collection of pencils and pens, and she knows all the uses and all the different HBs for the pencils. I've no idea. I mean, I don't know where she gets it from. Well, I do. She learns a lot on YouTube. Same as the rest of us. We'll just speed it up a bit. Oh, there's a hair there. Oh, I know that adding texture is good, but sticking hairs on your card isn't always, you know, the best. I'll just do it rough and spiky around the edges. Like so. And then just colour the middle in. Really quickly. Like so. That'll do for me. I think that looks rather cute. So I'll move my markers out of the way, and then I'm going to quickly attach these to their cards. Now, I was told to put this one on the pink background, so I'm using snail. I'm just going to layer it up. Well, such a quick card. If you need to do a set of thank you cards, and maybe you're doing cards for charity and you want to make a load, whatever reason you need to make in bulk, this is a good idea. That one on there. That one on there, and then I left this plain so I could show you layering up the DSP. And we've got a bunch of 4 note cards in next to no time. Now, one other thing that I did do, because they're so simple, I thought a nice touch. So there's our note cards. I thought a nice touch would be to make little envelopes to go with them. That's that one. That's that one. In the matching DSP, like so. So I'm going to show you the one for Mr. Froggy and Wild Wasabi. So because these are 3.5 by 3.5 note cards, you look on your envelope punch board, and these are available from Stampin' Up, and you look at the size, and then it tells you here 3.5 by 3.5. Right, so your paper needs to be 6 by 6. So I've cut my paper at 6 by 6. Then it tells you need to go up to the 3 mark, the 3-inch mark, punch and score. Then line it up with the line that you've just made, punch and score, although because it's square we can just go back to the 3 because it's the same, it needs to be the same all the way around. So it makes it easier for us. We don't need to be looking for the lines, we just continually go up to 3. Okay, move that out of the way. You can round the corners off, I haven't bothered on this particular one. Now I always go left, then right, then up, then down. Okay, and then these are nicely overlapped correctly, because sometimes if you do it the other way you're getting this where it doesn't look tidy. You go left, right, up, down. Okay, so I'm just going to attach some snail to there, push that over, attach snail there, push that up, and there's my little card envelope, and as you can see it is the perfect size for these little note cards. So there you go, we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. I hope you'll give them a try. It's a wonderful, wonderful set. Oh, it's got a bit bright. Don't know why that's happened. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.